Disclaimer: I'm not speaking generally to all users of the lettuce. If you have a medical card for the green or have been recommended it by a medical professional, then more power to you. Take this with a grain of salt. This is just mindfulness for all us regular recreational users of the plant. I mean, I didn't name myself that green guy 96 for the love of the color alone, if you know what I'm saying. Only mostly for the love of the color. Now, with that being said, let's get on with the video. In recent months, there have been many videos about the act of getting baked, like bread, and the various acts around it. From the levels of elevation, to the first time trying herb-infused foods, the best places to be and things to do while hovering above the ground, etc., etc. This is not one of those videos. It's more of a friendly reminder not to overindulge. So, without further ado, these are the 3 big reasons you may need to take a break from this perception elevating plant. Reason number 1. It starts to affect you mentally. Have you ever caught yourself saying things like, I'm more friendly or sociable person when I'm floating? Though that is usually the case where the green is concerned, if the difference between you being sober and flying your own private jet is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. High levels of drastic, then maybe you need to take a step back. Are things going on in your life that make you feel like you need the green? Because although the world itself seemingly is like the embodiment of a poorly maintained porta potty, our friend Mary Jane should only help elevate you from a state of everyday casual existence to a happier place. Not from somber all is lost to a state of normalcy. And as I said, if life is generally somber like that for you on a regular basis, maybe get a second opinion from a medical professional on ways to help improve your mental health. Reason number 2, it starts affecting you physically. Now we all know that once you rise, your senses feel heightened. Taste is amplified, touch is extraordinary, and even sleep, the act of going into recharge mode and laying relatively still for several hours, feels amazing. You either fall asleep faster or have more replenished sleep when you do sleep, or all of the above. Now all this becomes a problem when you need the herbs and spices to sleep, or don't feel like eating or sleeping without smoking. Yes, munchies are a given with the potted plant you puff on, but rely too much on it and you'll lose the desire to eat or sleep without it at all. It'll become a chore to do either or. And if you notice this, definitely take a break, because nothing should tarnish your basic need of self-preservation through food and water. And last but certainly not least, your tolerance becomes too high. Now, as I was saying earlier, there are levels to the ascension, and the homie Mostly True did a good job in summarizing the different stages. But what people don't realize is that there is a certain level of high that you can get before the goalpost isn't even on the field anymore. So you may be thinking to yourself, okay, so the only solution is to raise my intake so I can achieve new levels of ascension. That is not always the case. Because now the THC chase is bringing you to places where it starts to dip into your everyday adult life. And adulting is already hard enough by this. We don't need other things adding more problems. The first problem you'll get from it is it'll start to affect your finances. Needing to get higher means that you will need to buy more. And if you need to buy more, then you spend more money on it. Then it becomes a bill. And we all know how bills are. Number 2, it starts to affect your availability to get jobs, because not a lot of jobs want this in your system when they drug test you to see if you're an eligible candidate. So the more of this you use, the longer it stays in your system. So you want to keep it to a regulated minimum so that you can function in society, just in case you want to go hunt for another job, or you let go and you have to find another job, or things of that nature. In conclusion, as much as we don't want to give, all the generations before us credit with their sayings like everything in moderation and too much of a good thing can become a bad thing, they kind of were right. So everybody be safe out there, enjoy elevation responsibly, and I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, you're still here. Good. For those of you that are, I have a mission for you. Throughout this video, I tried to use various other synonyms to describe getting high, and the people in the chat or the comment section that can recall back to me the different variations of the word that I use to describe it will get a shout out in the next video. So, have fun. Also, come check your boy out on Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming today. It's Multiverses in Minecraft Dungeons, the latter of which is getting an update Wednesday, so that's gonna be fun. But again, alright, talk to you later, bye.